Okay, what have I been doing? Making, specifically, new pages on Wikipedia. Have I made anything new in August and September 2022? I have. And so that's what I'm going to cover in this video, is the new pages I've created. There are 29. I'm putting them all in my pocket of oddities. It's kind of, yeah, they're... For these 29 pocket of oddities that are going in the pocket of oddities, they're kind of things that are maybe not standard or typical things that are made, like pages that are made on Wikipedia, but they performed really well, or it was something different, and so I made a page. And you can think of it as kind of a, how might I phrase, these oddities are sometimes the most miraculous things in life are oddities. And so these oddities are, each page is a miracle, like the subject is about, kind of thing, on its own. And yeah, and it kind of felt like Christmas, because I have like a list of things that I'm like, well, I would like this, a swimmer from Austria, a male swimmer from Austria. It'd be really cool if they swim breaststroke, but I don't know if that's ever gonna happen. And then this guy, male swimmer from Austria, won like a gold, silver, and bronze in breaststroke events. So it was like, I want that page, right? There's sometimes I have really, really specific things I'm looking for, and that's like the basic thing. There's other things I look for too, but he was. So they're each thing that I'm going to go through was that in some way. And so it felt like Christmas, because there's the more standard, like, kind of thing, like pages to make that are like, oh, well, this is a no-brainer to make. And these were pages that were kind of like, oh, this is bringing me joy making these pages. So yeah, so I'm not gonna write them down. I'll write down the categories as I go through them. So artistic swimmers, biography pages, and these are articles. I do have some non-article pages I made this time, but for artistic swimmers I had 3. I made the page Quentin Rakotomalala on 21 August 2022. He's a French artistic swimmer, and he's a he. The second artistic swimmer page I made was Ivan Martinović on 7 September 2022. He is a Serbian artistic swimmer, and he is male. And then the third artistic swimmer page I made was for Fernando Díaz del Rio, and I made that page on 10 September 2022. And he's a Spanish artistic swimmer, and he is male. So those are the artistic swimmer biography pages. Up next are diver. So this is diver and high diving. So the first one I made was Kothari on 11 August 2022. He's a British/English diver. So there's Britain, and then within Britain there's different countries. And so he's of England. So, and he's a he, so he's a British-English diver, and he's a male. And then the second diver page I made was Cătălin Preda, and that was 8 September 2022, and he is a Romanian diver and high diver, and he is a he, he's a male. The next page I made was not an article. This is draft space. If you get really into Wikipedia, there's like main space, that's where the articles are, the lists are, and stuff like that. And then there's like all of that in what's called draft space. And that's, you have to actually search draft space to find the draft space stuff. And so I ended up making the page Draft Talk for Dániel Mészáros on 11 September 2022. He's a Hungarian swimmer, a male who is male. He's a male, and he swims freestyle. Yeah. And then up next is international sporting competition. page. So I had one of these this time. And that was for the 2022 Junior Pan Pacific Swimming Championships. I made the page on 22 August 2022. And it is an international junior swimming competition. So like 18 years of age and younger. And they competed, and there were 10 countries, and it's kind of countries are from around the Pacific Rim. Not always, but this time, yes. At least so I've heard. It's one I made to learn about it, kind of thing. Then we have the pool swimmer. Biography. Pages. So these are all articles. So was the last one. Up first is Nina Jazy of Germany. So on 10 August 2022, I made her page. She's a German swimmer. She's a female and she specializes in freestyle. Up next was Thomas Heilman. I made the page on article on 25 August 2022. He's an American swimmer. He's male. He specializes in butterfly freestyle and individual medley. The third page I made was for Erin Gemmell, and that was 25 August 2022. She's an American swimmer. She's female and she specializes in freestyle. And then there was Daniel Diehl, whose page I made on 27 August 2022. He's an American swimmer. He's male and he specializes in backstroke and freestyle. And then up next is Vivien Jackl, and I made her page on 28 August 2022. She's a Hungarian swimmer. She's female. She specializes in individual medley, butterfly, backstroke, a little bit of distance freestyle. And I actually had to fight for her page to not get deleted. I got a notability tag, so I got to fight on her for her page to stay up, and it passed for view. So woo! First success story. Before that, I've had a page go through that before, and it got converted to a redirect. So this is my first. She's my first success story in that arena. And then up next is Teagan, whose page I made on 28 August 2022. She's an American swimmer. She is female. And she specializes in individual medley and backstroke. And then up next is Stephan Steverink. And I made his page on 31 August 2022. He's a Brazilian swimmer. He's male. He specializes in freestyle and individual medley. And he was like a godsend. I wanted a Brazilian swimmer, and I finally got I wanted a male Brazilian swimmer, and I contributed to a page for male Brazilian swimmer in 2021 that's going to be deleted. It's like in queue to be deleted. And so I finally got my male Brazilian swimmer. And that wasn't my page. I didn't make it. I made the page, and then I searched, and there was a page in draft space. And I'll make a video about that. You know what? There's about draft space pages and how that works on Wikipedia and my experience with it. So I will cut myself short there. Moving on. Up next was Mio Narita. I made her page on 3 September 2022. She's a Japanese swimmer. She is female and she specializes in individual medley and backstroke, and she has a mean breaststroke. She's good at breaststroke too. But she doesn't swim that like as a race, like on her own. Currently, that I'm aware of. She might in Japan, and I just don't know it. Okay, up next is Joshua Staples, whose page I made on 6 September 2022. He is an Australian swimmer. He comes from Australia, land of the quokkas. And then he's a male and he specializes in freestyle. Up next is Kaii Winkler. And I made his page on 11 September 2022. He's an American swimmer. He's a male and he is freestyle. And why am I like, some of these names, there's just... it's a really great batch of people. I thoroughly enjoyed making these pages. So he's male. He specializes in freestyle. Okay, up next is Beatriz Bezerra, or Bezerra. I made her page on 12 September 2022. She's a Brazilian swimmer. She is female, and she specializes in butterfly and freestyle. A Brazilian female swimmer. I was like, I would like one of those, but I have some high standards, and she met those standards. So, and there was not a page. Okay. A very important piece of this. And then up next it was Jana Pavalić. On 13 September 2022, she's a Croatian swimmer. She's female and she specializes in butterfly and freestyle. Up next is Lora Komoróczy, and I made her page on 14 September 2022. She's a Hungarian swimmer. She's female and she specializes in backstroke and butterfly, and specifically sprint backstroke and butterfly. Up next is Sarah Curtis. I made her page on 15 September 2022. She's an Italian swimmer. She is female. She specializes in freestyle and backstroke, and specifically sprint freestyle and backstroke. Up next is Zhier Fan. I made his page on 16 September 2022. He is an American swimmer. He is male and he specializes in breaststroke. 16th in this list is, for the pool swimmers, is Lisa Nystrand, whose page I made on 17 September 2022. She is a Swedish swimmer. She is female and she specializes in individual medley, backstroke, and breaststroke. 17th is Luka Ladenovic, and there's an N there at the beginning of Ladenovic. I made the page on 19 September 2022. He is an Austrian swimmer. He is male and he specializes in breaststroke and individual medley. 18th is Uros Zivanovic, and I made his page on 21 September 2022. He is a Serbian swimmer. He is male and he specializes in breaststroke and freestyle. And then the final pool swimmer page I made in the August and September 2022 time period was Patrick Dinu. I made the page on 24 September 2022. He's a Romanian swimmer. He's male and he specializes in freestyle and specifically sprint freestyle, though he's also swam breaststroke, sprint breaststroke. All right, last category. Category is talk pages. So I have 3 of these. The first one is Talk Flynn Southam. I made on 25 August 2022 for the Australian swimmer. He's male and he specializes in freestyle. It started off like the draft talk, Daniel Mészáros. So it started off as a draft talk, Flynn Southam, and then the page passed review in draft space and was moved to main article space, and the page was moved from draft talk to talk. So for the Daniel Mészáros page, draft talk Daniel Mészáros, if it passes review, it becomes talk Daniel Mészáros. If it doesn't pass review, it goes away. So I'm hoping it passes review. And that's the main article. The talk pages accompany the main article. So yeah, and it's a place where if you have questions, concerns, or comments about the article itself, you can bring it up on the person's talk page. And which is like okay. And then then the second of the 3 pages I made was talk for Fernando. So talk Fernando Díaz del Rio on 11 September 2022 for the Spanish artistic swimmer, male. I also made his Wikipedia article page. And then the third was similar for the page is talk Ivan Martinović, and I made his page on 11 September 2022. He's a Serbian artistic swimmer. He's male. And I made his Wikipedia article as well. So those are the 29 pages I made this month. This is 30 September 2022. I'm filming this. So this month and last month I made 29 new pages, which was a push. And there were a number of pages. So Google for me does not translate Serbian or Croatian, and I don't always use Google Translate. My exposure to these languages is not the first time through, and is sustained enough when I'm doing some of the stuff that I can actually start to figure out some of the vocab and grammar and stuff on my own. Not like I know the language, but enough to kind of help me, guide me, or help me in what I'm looking for kind of thing, or if I'm looking for something, that kind of thing. So targeted, I'm not so bad. I don't always use Google Translate because I am learning bits and pieces of these languages. So it was a joy to make these, I think in part because I was learning not only about these people and getting exposure to different references in the languages and stuff, but I was doing a little bit of learning of the languages and getting a feel for them. And so that was really cool as a diversification of my skills. But that is my 29 oddities, miracle oddities in my pocket of oddities for August and September 2022. And this is, again, I don't know if I would say it again if I didn't already say it, is these are on Wikipedia. So these are articles and pages I've written and published on Wikipedia. So you can go out there and edit them. They're open to edit by anyone if you want. And so they're out there. At least, yeah. So at least that's what filming this video.